Sonny boys, we're home. We're home. Let's start the day. Last day of vacation. Yeah. Oh my goodness.
As dreamy as that vacation was, it is good to be home. But man, I have 4,000 miles of bugs to take off my front bumper. The first thing I'm going to do on this day off is spend some me time on cleaning it with my new Ego power washer. This thing is great for washing cars. It's so nice to not have to plug in, or heck, you don't even need a hose to run this thing. As long as you got a 5-gallon bucket of water, you're pretty much good to go, completely mobile. A nice quick lather does quick work all those crusted on bugs. One of the main reasons why I wanted to get home so quickly is, after a long vacation like that, I kind of need a me day to just focus on stuff that I haven't gotten done around the house. And the second thing on my list is I need to clean my garage. It is way overdue for a deep clean. That took a lot longer than expected, but I'm actually quite proud of myself. I haven't had my garage this clean in a while. I do have a lot of knickknacks though, don't I? Third thing to do is feed my goldfish. I think they really missed me. Maybe they just missed the little fish food pellets that I throw in there for them. They sure are getting big. Next up, quick little mow of the lawn with the Ego lawn mower. My garden's off to a good start. Things definitely grew a little bit while I was gone. I got some cucumbers, raspberries, cherry tomatoes starters, and wow, my strawberries are about to explode right now. I really needed this final vacation day just to relax in my little slice of life. Well, that's it. Tesla totality. It's over. I gotta go back to real life now. The last 2 weeks definitely felt like a dream. So it really is going back to real life. Gotta go back to work tomorrow. Wow. That was the greatest vacation I've ever had. I spent my whole life not even thinking I'd ever choose Texas as a destination for a vacation. And then I found out that, man, I think I could live in Texas someday. Well, before we go, I wanted to take a quick minute to crunch some numbers for all the EV nerds out there who were curious about how much electricity I used up on a huge trip like this. Opening up the Tesla app on my phone, you can see for the month of April, I used about 1.3 megawatts of energy. You can kind of go day by day, seeing how much I charged, where it breaks it down by supercharging, which is in red, or other in gray. Obviously, the two big red spikes in there are the days I drove down and drove up. And it does give a pretty good gas savings estimate. You can see down below
It's estimating over the last 2 weeks I saved approximately $630 and spent a total of $37 on electricity. That's actually not too bad. Comparing it with what I calculated here on this Google spreadsheet I made that basically just catalogs every single charge I did on the entire trip. It's really easy to get this data just right from the Tesla app. And you can kind of see I highlighted in red every single supercharger station. I list how much energy my car was pumped in my car's battery, how long I spent charging, what the charging rate was. You can see most superchargers are about 34 cents per kilowatt hour, whereas charging level 2 is about, a residential rate, somewhere, averaged around 15 cents, I'm guessing. And then I kept track of what the cost to me was. You can see this whole column's almost all zeros because of the free supercharging and, technically free to me charging. Like, for example, April 4th to 7th, I charged a lot at Steve's house on his NEMA 1450 outlet. Of course, Steve didn't charge me any money for this, but hey, I wanted to keep track of how much energy I pulled off his house and, get a rough idea and be able to share that. So you can see here a lot of zeros, and when you got to the very end, I didn't really have to pay for a supercharge until that very last day of driving on my way back up. I ended up spending, $35 on supercharging the entire 4,044 miles. So you can kind of see, that's why I'm so appreciative of all you guys I mentioned in last video for doing those demo drives for me. So, even here, I did calculate every time I charged at Steve's house, I multiplied how many kilowatt hours I charged, multiplied it by about 15 cents is probably what he's paying. And yeah, I owe Steve $20.55. So if you're watching this, Steve, I owe you a chunk of some pasta salad next time you're in Michigan. How about that, bud? Real good memory. Anyways, so I did keep track of how much electricity I charged on this whole entire trip, just to kind of get an idea. And if I would have had to pay for every bit of electricity the whole way, it came out to be about $355 in electricity, plus the $52 that I actually did charge. So it was about $400 of electricity is what my car used, where I only had to pay $52. What an awesome trip. Holy smokes, $33.84 for tolls in Texas. Geez, that's almost as much as I paid for all my electricity on the whole trip combined. That's some expensive tolls, Texas. I guess the last kind of statistical nerd stuff I wanted to share is driving an electric vehicle on a long road trip like this. Way cheaper than a gas car. Honestly, it really isn't. If I would have had to pay $408 in electricity, what's that compared to? That might have actually been a little bit more expensive than, say, I use fueleconomy.gov. My 2012 Ford Fiesta with about 34.6 miles per gallon, that whole 4,000 mile trip might have only been a little under 400. So kind of right along pace. Honestly, would my Ford Fiesta have been as comfortable as my Tesla? Hell no, I would have chose my Tesla, even if I was paying full price for the electricity. Some other comparisons here. Jeep Wrangler, 20 miles per gallon. Yeah, you're spending probably $600 to $700 in gasoline only. The vehicle my dad has, a Chrysler Town & Country, yeah, same thing, $600 to $700. Yeah, so I will say, this fueleconomy.gov is pretty accurate here. I would have been about $355 is what I calculated, and they said $364. That's about $10 difference. That's pretty accurate. Granted, you do have to be mindful that I am driving a Tesla Model 3 Performance, the least efficient Tesla Model 3 possible, with big 20-inch rims, which are not efficient at all. Other vehicles, I calculated an Alfa Romeo Giulia, another $600. If I would have taken a 2020 Chevy Corvette, we're talking about premium gasoline, somewhere up around $900 in fuel. Holy smokes, Ford F-150 pickup, 17 miles per gallon would have been almost 800. And shoot, I definitely wouldn't wanted to take my boss's Toyota 4Runner with 18 miles per gallon. That would have been well over 700 too. So, hey, Model 3 Performance is even a good road trip car in my opinion, especially when you get free supercharging. Are superchargers closer to the cost of gasoline? Yeah. Real savings come in when you're only driving your 300-mile range of your car and charging for 15 cents per kilowatt hour at home. Then we're talking like a quarter of the price of gasoline, somewhere around there. Well, that's it. That was Tesla Totality.
What an amazing experience. It's been a long time since I made a vlog like this. And it was a great artistic outlet. So I really appreciate everybody who watched this over the last 2 weeks. I'll end this by putting a plug. Tesla Summer Meetup's coming up.
June 15th, 16th. Tesla Owners Club of Michigan is putting on a ton of energy to making this event absolutely incredible this year. There's at like 3 Roadsters, like 10 Cybertrucks coming. YouTubers from all over the world are showing up this year. We got a huge new venue, Heritage Landing in downtown Muskegon, which has this incredible stage. So if you're part of the Tesla community or just curious about electric vehicles, definitely come out to Muskegon on the 15th. And don't forget Plaid Day on June 16th. We're going to have a whole bunch of S and X plaids. I think even a Cyber Beast is coming out to that. So we're going to be ripping down the road, offering people the chance to experience that less than 2 seconds 0 to 60, which is just an unforgettable experience. So thanks for joining me, and thanks for watching Tesla Totality.
My name's Casey Loring. Thanks for watching.